We're live. Hey,
Live. Woohoo! Back
welcome.
on.
Welcome to the show. How's it going, Chris?
It is going awesome. How about you?
That's great, man. Just beating the heat. I'm trying to stay out of the heat. Actually, I got work to do out in the heat, but just hit it a little bit at a time and then back inside. But just chilling. Looking forward to talking about our upcoming events. Do you have 2 minutes for us tonight?
Yeah, a quick 2 minutes. Obviously, it's getting into the heat, but there's still tournaments going on. The NPT has been moved. I think most people who are playing it know, but it is now live. You can sign up for it. It's been moved to Bear Branch. It is the last of the three of the NPT put on by Northside Chain Gang. Does a great job again. Matt Stillwagon and his team. Of course, our great team member right here, also helping out there. So great support there. So y'all go sign up. It's live. You also have Bill and Ted's, which I know Mr. Hemmy's playing in it. And if I'm not mistaken, Miss Meredith is playing in it as well. Yeah. I am not because it's still too hot. And then I know Griff down there in the Houston area, they're going to be putting on that show down there in Moffett Park, I do believe, is at their next tournament. So looking forward to those things. But more so, I'm looking forward to the monkey spaceship that we got loaded up right here.
Yes. You're silly.
I love that picture you got there, and my college graduation picture. I don't know where you.
Oh, that's coming. Don't give that away yet. That one's coming. We got the college graduation pick in a second, but we do want to go ahead and announce that we have finally set a date. We picked a date. However, it's completely full. 16 people. We did in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I can't believe it. It blew me away. Just a couple of months ago, him and I were looking at each other going, do you think we can get 10 people to come play in one of these things? And now we just got so much overwhelming support and replies. So with this tournament, so for those of you who don't know, you don't now, the new McHenry intermediate bracket is coming up. Going to be held at Northside Christian Church and Spring Valley. And that's on the 26th and 27th. It is its own separate tournament, its own separate winners. 4 people will make it into the money. And I can't wait. But those 16 people, let's go ahead and go over them so you can get a little used to them. So we start poking fun and seeing who you think is going to win before we make the drawing. First off, we have Austin Nichols. Yes, the Austin Nichols, man from up in the Conroe area. Can't wait to see him throw again. We also have Nate Clark. Nate game is coming around. That kid can really play. Luis Martinez. I'm not real sure about his game. Haven't played with him. Maybe I have. My memory always fades. Y'all have to forgive me. Peter, who also stood tall in the advanced bracket, is in that. Peter Girding. An up-and-comer right now, playing above his division, but I think he's an up-and-comer is Chase Graggart. Thank you, Hemi, for the pronunciation. And then, of course, we all know the bagger of the year, the bagger of the 5 years, the bagger of the decade. We all know he's going to be playing in the intermediate bracket. We finally got him to commit. Justin Ellsworth. Unbelievable. He's actually going to play. The 10-year bagger of the year is in our tournament. Ours. He signed up, paid, and everything. Unbelievable. Then you're also going to have Justin Holman stepping up, playing again. He's getting back into it, looking forward to it. And he's going to bring a sidekick, Hunter Montague, with him. That's going to be an incredible match to see this kid, see where he's progressed to now, because we all know he can really get it out there at far distance. And then our favorite, one of our card members that we play with all the times, Mr. Arangeles himself. I can't wait to see him out there. That violent flick, by the time he got he let
the Greek
go.
He's the Greek god of percussion. Arangeles.
He is Mr. Arangeles himself. If you go to UDisc, you'll figure out who that is. And then Brian Trahan. Brian has also stepped up after playing in the advance. He's playing in the intermediate bracket as well, where I think he has a legit chance to do well. After that, we have Colin Heritage, and I think we all know he's probably going to be one of the favorites because that kid can
That's
play.
if Colin makes it in. If he makes it in, we'll be checking his rating. Remember?
Well, we have a little give and take on that because we have people who played up, and if they're on that line, we have a little forgiveness. We're not the PDGA. We're not following it to the T. The whole thing is, if we feel like you're in that gray area, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt because we want to see great golf. And sometimes people who you don't think can beat that guy have beaten him. Look at what's happened in the past so far. So I think anybody so far has a chance to win.
And also, Colin, he missed out on the advanced bracket because he wasn't, tuned into our Facebook page, which I understand. We feel bad about that. We want to include everybody who wants to be a part of it, and we just want you guys to know that we're not trying to be exclusive or, getting our buddies to play or whatever. We want everybody in. And everybody that wants to play, we want them to play. Our whole mission is to shine the light on these players in this area. There's so many great players and great people, and that's what we're about. So anyway, we look forward to hanging out and watching Colin. He's a great player.
Giving them the same opportunity that those pros get, giving the same opportunity that those open guys get, getting themselves out there so they can watch themselves play. Their friends can watch them play. Their families can watch them play. And they themselves get to watch themselves play and critique themselves. And we found through this journey so far, there's a lot of reasons why people are watching this. And we're very fortunate because there's some reasons why they're watching that we never thought were going to be in our wildest dreams, the reason why people would tune in to watch what we're putting on. But this is for them. I mean, it's a labor of love. We're not getting paid a dime for this. Everything goes towards the players and then some, because we do other things on top of it to make sure that this event is something special for them, that they can take home cash and not worry about whether or not it's PDGA, and then they could never do it again. So, and it's just a different format that I really, really enjoy. And I think moving forward, it's been great. So let's finish off the last 1, 2, 3, 4. In order of how they signed up too, because like I said, it went so quick. We have Chris Smith. Most people know him by Troublemaker, another guy who can really, really play as well. David Fruin, once again, wild horse. I don't know. Maybe somebody does, and maybe we have played. I'm very sorry again at that, but I'm old and not forgetful. And somebody's an up-and-comer, and I believe a friend of one of the guys that help us out a lot, Reef Butler. His game is really, really doing well. I think he took the last NPT, if I'm not mistaken, in his division. If not, I know he finished really, really high. And then two guys really dear to our heart. First and foremost, one who helped us out tremendously and just stepped up without being asked last time when we did the advance, John Bowen. Want to again shout out to John for everything that you're doing, your support to us, because it's definitely appreciated. But most of all, I'm gonna have to give a little bit more of that to our one own ML Productions, and shout out to Matt Lang and his team for everything that they do for us, because it's blown my mind, and I think Hemi's too, of how they've been able to take what we do and put it and make it look like it's professional, at least not professional, pretty darn close. And and thanks to everybody who's helped Matt and his team out as well, from AP and Jason and Meredith and Christina, who did, and Michelle, who all did voiceovers as well on the matches that we've already done before. But Matt Lang is our last competitor in there, and now he's our competitor. We here at the Fling Show are sponsoring him because of everything he's done for us and continues to do moving forward. So we can't wait to see these guys play. We're going to be drawing the names, as you know, the week before the challenge. So get prepared for some funny memes and some funny pictures, because some of you, I've already got some, and I was making my wife laugh. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. So what do you think about that bracket, Meredith?
Amazing. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm such a great competitors, and I really don't, I mean, I will say Nate, Fat Ninja, like
He's on fire.
I kind of think that he should be up there, like
Oh
next
yeah.
level. So, but I mean, hey, it's anybody's game. Anybody's game.
What about
Yep.
you, Hammy? What do you think?
Well, it's one thing that we've learned from watching match play is there are match play players and then there are stroke play players. And, you know, you never know in match play. I mean, we saw Joey Hinkle go out in the first round to Fabian in the open division, and he was everybody's favorite at the time. You know, it was one of my favorites, even though, you know, I picked Fabian. But, you know, just in general, it's a totally wide open game. You know, it's different.
Jason May.
I do
I had
agree.
Ricky
I do
going all.
agree with
I
you
had
on
Ricky
the
going
Nate
to the
Clark
finals.
thing, though, because Nate is a powerful player. I can't believe his rating allows him to play in this. As strong as I've seen him play, man, he's an amazing player. But anyway, I think it's great. It's really cool to listen to all these names and all these characters that you read off, because these are the people that you play with at minis all the time, and you get to see
all
them
the time.
and now we get to showcase them, and you know, just moving forward, you know, as a play-by-play person, you know, somebody on the course trying to call the course as we're playing, you know, just so you know, you guys out there who are in the tournament, we're getting better at it, and we don't want to get in anybody's way or ever be in anybody's ear or anything like that. And you know, just be patient with us. We're learning as we go, and the main thing is we want to get this covered, and we want to get you some live coverage as it's happening. And our goal from the start of our match play was to film every single match and show it live. And that's been kind of magical. You know, it's fun for me. It's just because I can watch it. Like this last match, Connell finished off Patrick early, and I got to sit in the car and watch. And as my phone charged and warmed up or cooled off, I got to watch the match. And you know, this is the kind of stuff that, you know, I've become such a fan of in over, you know, thanks to Joe Mez and all the production stuff. But now just watching live stuff, Facebook Live, as long as I can hear in kind of a radio fashion like Chris does so well, where the disc went and what's going on in the match, as long as I can hear that, I'm good. You know, I want to hear that, and as a fan, I like it. So, you know, just bear with us as we progress and hopefully get better at this. You know, we'll have some fun. You know, I really like. I can't state it enough. We are not trying to get in anybody's head or try to be the star of this show. We're just trying to show you the stars that are out there. And
it is not our fault when we point out that you hit a tree. It's funny. We're gonna laugh. So one of the things that we've always said before the matches and everything is, and when we started this, is he who has the most fun or she who has the most fun wins. We're about having fun, and we hope that you understand that already. Nothing's personal, and it's just about fun. And trust me, I play with a lot of people that we've already shown, and I've played with people that are going to be shown, and I've laughed at their shots, and they've laughed at mine, and that's what makes this game fun. And that's what we're all about. So moving forward, I was surprised though, Hemi, that I looked back and finally found your college graduation picture. It's amazing. The similarities, that was just amazing. But that being said, there's a reason why we had to find this college graduation picture, because if you see on the other side, it's what we both graduated to. We're both monkey announcers, okay? We're both of us. It has our name tags and everything. So,
y'all are fun.
That being said, we don't like leaving anybody out. And I woke up the next morning with a litany of texts and messages in a polite manner, nothing in a bad tone or anything like that. And that was like the conversations I was led to today. So that being said, I'm pretty sure if y'all watching now, some of y'all already realized at 8 o'clock, which when we started this show, we released this tournament that you see above us. So what you see is we're having two brackets, independent brackets of each other. So real quick explanation. The bracket you just heard will be played independently full all the way to the end. There'll be 4 people paid out. They will all make money if they make the final 4 of that bracket we just announced. Now behind us, we have a second bracket. This bracket is going to be held the week before, the 19th and the 20th, same locations, same time, different 16 people. And no, you can't play in both of them if you want to sign up for both. No. So, because you can't end up playing yourself in the final 4. That's why. So that being said, it went live. You can sign up. All the information is on there. I want you to know right now that it's already going to go quick. So I would definitely, if you want to play, sign up as fast as you can. But it too is going to be played its own separate Saturday, Sunday format like we've done. And then at the end, the 2 winners will then face off against each other at a time and a place to be determined by the 2 winners of each bracket. And those 2 players alone will play for the ever coveted 2 things. A, the Wall of Fame, but more importantly, the one-of-a-kind Hemi Trophy. So that's how we're going to handle this. Money's going to be separate, equally distributed amongst both of them. So you're going to have 8 people that are going to be paid out total instead of 4. So 8 people paid out, 2 different brackets taken care of, but then those final 2 will be playing for Hemi's beautiful trophy, which I'm pretty sure he hadn't done yet, but it doesn't really matter because they're going to be beautiful. And they're also going to be playing to be on the Wall of Fame.
Working on
at the end of the year, every member on that Wall of Fame, we're going to invite to a match play where we're going to shorten it up so everybody has the ability to. It is not about distance; it's more about accuracy and putting. And we're going to have a match play of our Wall of Fame players. So look forward to that. And so that's how we're going to handle it. What do you think about that news, Meredith?
Christina's gonna get it. I call Christina.
Well, I got 1 vote I can see on Christina. But what do you think about that layout? With 32 players, I just think that we had so much reply. I think this is a great way to handle it. Like I said, this is about getting y'all live on out there so you can see your shots and be competitive and play for money. This way, you're still just playing your each 16, and then just the only last 2, y'all get to play for the coveted trophy, but the money will be split between y'all evenly. So I think that's a good way to make sure that, as Hemi said, we're not good at saying no. I wish it's just not our thing. We like to make sure that people are included, and we don't want to try to exclude anybody. And we just didn't expect to have that many people reply, to be honest with you. It's amazing. It blows my mind. I woke up the next morning like, yeah. That's all I got. What do you got, Hemi?
Did I misunderstand your finale of the end of the year of everybody, and you're just referring to the intermediate? Is that what you were talking about? Were you just referring to intermediate? Are you saying everybody, all of the people that won compete at the end?
Yes.
Okay. How fun! I cannot wait for that. Oh my gosh!
And we're gonna make sure, we're just like Hemi said, we're gonna take the distance away, but not the accuracy and the putting. So we're gonna find something that's comparable that everybody has an opportunity at.
Yeah. Woo! Awesome. I still got Christina. I'll bet on her.
She better work on that putting.
Oh, right. Dude, after that, I'm sure she has.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And also work on that accuracy, because we might trick it up too in USDGC style with some rope and with some tricky OBs and stuff like that. But we'll make it fun. But
yeah,
I cannot wait to be there and see firsthand.
So thanks for joining us tonight, Meredith. What's going on with the chicks chasing chains over there? I saw on Facebook. I saw like 15 girls at a mini at McDade. Okay.
So Nikki, she posted the fact that, first of all, this whole session, 6 weeks, we had double digits every week. Now, last year we would have double digits our first day out of 6 weeks, but we never really could reach that double digits, for the rest of the time. And we did every week this 6 weeks. So exciting. Okay. And then also, what I didn't know is Nikki shared a story of how, like, in the very beginning, she would sit there at McDade and wait, and then no one would show, and she'd play by herself. Like, that was her beginning 3 years ago. And to see us doing double digits every week, wow. I'm so excited. Our next session, which is sanctioned at Bandit, and Bandit's never been sanctioned before, so we're super excited to see how that works out. We start this Wednesday, 6 weeks, $20 to get in, ladies, and every skill is welcomed. We have all skills. We had like 4 new faces our last day on last Wednesday. And so we didn't charge them obviously because they're brand new and it was the last day, but we had like so many new faces our last day of the league. It was so cool. Like it just warms my heart. And a side note, I took it off. Just saying. I got that number one and I got that. Oh my gosh. It's in your background.
So what's
You
the
like that?
the Bandit thing? Is that a sanctioned league? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so typically chicks chasing chains would do a unsanctioned 6 weeks and then they sanctioned at the same course to kind of practice. But instead of keeping it at McDade and doing a sanctioned 6 weeks after the unsanctioned 6 weeks, we're bringing it into Bandit to try to open it up to more opportunity. Nikki moved inner loop or downtown like last year, which is why I ran the lead the last maybe the last 2 sessions last year because it was so hard for her to get down. It's like an hour drive for her. Now she's like having a baby. So not only does it benefit her to be able to get there and not stress on time, but it enables other women to actually come and compete against the league because um we have other branches of Chick Station chains, like we have a central and a south, but they'll play for tag. Whereas this is actually, you're paying in, you're getting cash. You can actually this time, get a rating. And so we want to share the love and make it more available to those that are, more inner city and south. And I mean, we already had a couple of girls driving from the south side Pearland to us up in McDade. But yeah, the idea is to change it up more this year and get more ladies involved and plugged in.
That's
Hey,
great.
Hemi, I don't know if you just heard I just heard a little bird tell me in my ear, we might have to go film a Chicks Chasing Chains league night. You never know. We might have to go out there and see if we can get the girls on TV and see if we can get this group from where it was with 14, which is amazing, to even more. So I don't know, just something flew in my ear. Said, you know what, we might have to go down there and film it because it's too hot for me to play.
I thought about it. I thought about going live on it, but I was like, man, you can't I can't hold my phone and ask them. It just would be a hot mess if I was trying to get us to go live on Fling Show. I'm competing. So that's so cool.
You'd embarrass them. So you take the number one tag. You'd also take all the money and you'd film it while you did it. I think that you'd rubbing it in just a little bit. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, come on, who's gonna come back? Oh yeah, sure. She filmed it. She takes the money in the tag. Look at me. Look at me.
Right?
Such an unassuming badass we have.
Oh, that'd be great. Look at me.
Hey, but I like the idea, Chris. I like it a lot. I'm down. Let's do it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. It was amazing response. I remember talking to him after we did the ladies bracket. The uptick in the female viewership and the follows to our show and page went from like 11% to 24%. And now we're ranging between that 26 and getting higher. And I'm telling you right now, you know how I feel. I want to bring everybody, but I think the two that need the most attention are the ladies and the juniors. I think those are two markets that just have to be, tapped into and promoted and brought forward and show them how exciting and much fun it is and camaraderie and friendship. And you'll meet people and you'll talk to people, you'll get out. It's just a win-win for everybody.
I hear you. Maybe it'll make more women comfortable coming out to see the friendliness. Because a lot of women compare themselves or just think, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. But it's not even about that. It's not even
Yes,
about
because
that.
if they can see you hit a tree and Christina hit a tree and Nikki hit 4 trees in a row, I think you hit 3 trees in a row, then they realize, you know what, we're all going to hit a tree. That's all it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
It's not the end of the world. And, we all hit, they're there.
We all started from the get-go in Chicks Chasing Chains. Like, we all started from the get-go. So, yeah, to get more women out and feeling comfortable, because really it's about community over competition, to be honest. Like,
right. Right. Yes. Fellowship, people like to say, a camaraderie that you get. I always tell him, I said, the reason why it attracted me the most is that I miss the locker room aspect, because it was always football, basketball, baseball, track, just whatever sport it was, I was going to go do that, because it was also about being in that environment. And it's, it fuels me. It keeps me fun and keeps the passion going for me. And I totally can see that, because a lot of people think that it's, if I'm not great, then I'm going to be embarrassed and things like that. Heck, I embarrass myself all the time. I've been playing forever. So,
yeah.
Hey, Meredith, I was going to tell you too. I've lived in, couple of 3 different large areas. One, Kansas City, the Dallas, the Fort Worth Metroplex, even Austin, and then here. I've never seen this many women support disc golf. It's really cool to watch, to see that grow like that. And I mean, like, it's not even close, what you guys are doing with disc golf. Congratulations. Let's keep it going.
I give
next
I'm
event.
so grateful for Nikki starting this. Like,
next time you do Bandit, let's do it. Let's do this. Let's film it, Chris. Let's do that.
We start Wednesday. Wednesday, weather permitting, for the next 6 weeks.
I've never been to Bandit, so maybe we can show up Bandit and get a little preview of that.
They got those weird baskets. Oh, that's a good segue, Hemi. They have some very strange baskets. And that is maybe kind of leads into the thing that is one of our last things that we have planned. That has to do with weird baskets. What would that be, Hemi?
Well, if you know me, I like to create stuff, and I've been making weird baskets for like more than 20 years. And I have one that I call my water hose basket. Chris has seen it, and I made it out of PVC, and it's been serving me well for more than 20 years now. It's still in my backyard. It's done well. It's weathered the Houston rains and all that. And anyway, the idea popped into my head one day when I just Googled weird baskets, homemade baskets, and I put a picture on the Fling Show page and got an instant response from a gentleman. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. I'm gonna have to look up that thread. But this gentleman is from the South Side, Houston, and he had built like 11 or 12 different homemade baskets. And he sent me pictures of that. And I was just like, I love this. And I told him I had this idea for a long time to host a BYOB, a Bring Your Own Basket tournament. And so what's happening is this idea is kind of blossoming between Chris and I into kind of a disc golf version of Art Car, but it's going to be Art Basket. And so our idea is to create funky stuff out of your basket, whether you have like say if you have a production basket, you want to dress it up in some funky way, make an eyeball out of it, or, just something weird with it. Or if you've made your own homemade basket, bring that. And then we're going to set it up and on an 18-hole configuration of an ace race, an ace run. And then we're going to charge $10 a round and then just see what kind of craziness ensues. And we're going to try to film every single shot. And we'll do it on tee times so that there won't be a big herd of people coming, but there'll be a constant parade of people coming to get this ace money and to see how that progresses. But the idea is just to create some funky craziness and also to encourage local artists to come show their stuff. And maybe we'll have something set up. Maybe I'll show some of my art. Maybe we'll get Nate Johnson in there with his fabulous stuff, or Sumac with her tie-dye stuff, or, you know, people within the disc golf community who do art. Bring them in there and make them part of this thing. And we're going to have this event. It's going to happen right before Halloween.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah. So we're going to, and then we already have our sights on a course that's perfect for it. And we're talking about 100 footers, you know, 200-foot max, maybe a 250 would be the long one. And everything out there will be aceable, and it'd be a lot of fun. $10 a round, play as many rounds as you want on tee times.
Yep. I can't wait. I mean, when you broached it to me, and then all of a sudden our brain started going and thinking about it. I mean, so we're not going to call it BYOB because that's a bad connotation, especially if it's going to be at the place in which we're going to hold it at. I don't necessarily think that's a great connotation, but I believe he had a name for it that was better. The McKimmy Art Basket. Is that what?
Yeah, Art Basket Challenge.
The McKimmy Art Basket Challenge.
Art Basket.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And at the
look
end
for
of
that.
it, the participants can vote on their favorite basket, and there'll be a prize. There'll be an award for a top basket, and there'll be different categories: best catcher, worst catcher, craziest design. You know, we're still, it's all organic. We're still developing this concept, but the date is definitely, I think it's coming up. Didn't you say it was around the 26th?
Well, I think we could do it on the 30th because the 31st is on a Sunday, I believe, this year. So I mean, we could do it on a Saturday.
The 30th would be nice.
Because it has that Halloween theme, that spooky theme. We're kind of going back and harkening to that 1950s, 1960s kind of horror classic. Do understand it needs to be family friendly. Okay, please, from anyone, you know, definitely what we're trying to do. We're trying to include the kids. And not only our bracket challenges, but any other things that we do. While we understand we have a lot of, as we say, colorful characters, we always want to keep it family friendly when we're live and on our events. So be mindful when you do your art as well of your audience. So that's, you know, just want to move forward before y'all kind of go crazy and start throwing out the crazy art.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you have some ideas, or if you have any questions about it, just hit us up on the Facebook page or message me about it, and we'll talk about it. You know what the specifics are as far as what you need. Basically, if you've made a homemade basket, you know, trick it out, Halloween it up, make it artful, and bring it to the spot. And the spot that we have picked out so far, we've got a really nice spot to be announced, very close to Spring Valley, in that area. So it'll be in the spring area. Yeah, where the tournament will be, close to your place, Meredith, I guess, and Chris, close to your house. So
yeah, we just have to kind of get permission first. We've kind of gotten permission, but we just need to nail it down before we go.
Can I guess?
No guessing.
Okay.
To be announced.
To be announced. All right. Well,
Hey.
I don't have anything else, and I got a bunch of people hitting me up already paying in, so I better go yell at these people.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Meredith.
My pleasure, as always.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hey, great job. Great job with the chicks chasing chains. Awesome
Thank
work.
Very impressive.
Shout out to
And
Nikki.
thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Hey, thanks, Chris, for all your hard work. I know you've been putting in overtime on this match play thing. Thank you.
It's all for us, brother. You know that. It's all about the show. All about us.
All right.
The team. Peace.
Peace. Thanks, Matt Lang.